And we are live. Hello, guys, and welcome to Jay and Toby True Crime Nightly. Tonight on the show, a woman who thinks it's funny to cough on people amid the pandemic gets 30 days in jail. A man is freed after spending more than 2 decades in jail after being wrongfully convicted. A cult leader responsible for children's deaths gets off easy after getting COVID and dying less than 2 months after she's sentenced. And a plane crash leads to a revelation that a Michigan-based telecommunications CEO was bankrolling a drug empire and creating an underwater drone that could shuttle cocaine to Europe. That, plus much, much more. If you're not familiar with our show here, we are the sister show to the main Jason Hebert channel, where we interview the loved ones of missing persons and unsolved crimes in an effort to help spread awareness and bring justice. This morning show, this is typically a morning show. As you see tonight, it's a nighttime show as we're trying different things with the format, but it works a bit differently. Instead of interviewing the subjects, we instead take a look at stories from a third-party perspective and give our own opinions on them, as well as communicating with you, the subscribers, through the chat in an effort to get to know you guys better. We also raise money during the show to support the efforts required to find the families we interview, research their cases, promote the stories, and everything else that comes along with the time-intensive processes that have come to make up the nearly 120 interviews we have on our main channel. So we do appreciate anyone who can donate to support. If you wish to do so, the link is in the description of the video and will also be being posted throughout the show in the chat. Anyone who does donate will get a couple of cool perks. First off, we'll post your name on screen, which I'll show in just a moment for the duration of the video. And we also give a special treat to our co-host here, Toby. With every donation that we get, Toby gets a treat out of our bag provided by the lovely watcher. She read it and she's commenting. I'm not sure what you guys are responding to. Give me just 1 second. She read it and she's commenting. Hey, y'all. I'm not sure what you're referring to, watcher, but I'm sure I'll know very soon. You miss having a little one? Aw. Talking about you miss having your own little Toby, I'm guessing, Junie? I went and messaged, I want to say, at least 20 to 30 people tonight, guys. So we got some interviews in the works. We might have one tomorrow. We'll definitely have one very soon. I am going like a madman because I have noticed, because of doing this morning show, that our interviews are going down in views for the first time in probably almost a year. All right. We were having like 120 to 200 and something at a time consistently for a couple of months. And since we started doing the morning show and stopped doing the nighttime show as much, last few shows, we had about 60 something average. So it's quite a drop. 2 or 3 times less. So we got to get that show up, back to our every night. Not every night, but I'm thinking 4 or 5 a week. So we will do it soon. We have to. Right now it is 8:05 p.m. my time. So it starts, as you all know, the lightning round, aka the bacon round. Any donations that come in the next 10 minutes get Toby double bacons. So typically he gets him 1 treat, because they are small. But for the lightning round, he will get 2. Hey, Boston actress. What's up, sweetheart? Hey, Junie, Annie, Ronnie, watcher, of course, Annie, Shells, Mary. All right, so we got about 15 people in here. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys, as we consistently work on growing this show, building it, making it better. And if you ever have any ideas for what else we can do, let me know. As you probably know, most of you, at first it was kind of just reading lists. It's transformed a bit into like a news show. I added a little intro, so we're working on making this as good as we can. And I want to extend it and just keep it growing and growing. I'm trying to keep it original, though. There are other people who do similar kinds of stuff, so I'm trying to make sure I stay in my own lane. And that's why it's taking a little longer. I'm testing out different things. Every week or 2, we have a new thing that we try. Like we tried reading the book and stuff. That didn't work. And just let me know if you come up with an idea. So our first story, Florida woman who coughed on cancer patient as you guys know, this is something personal to me. I'm dealing with someone who has cancer in the family, who is now doing very well. But pisses me off to hear somebody could know that and think it's funny to just just to aggravate them, walk around coughing in their faces. Really, really a low blow. I don't care what your thoughts are on, the virus and vaccines and all that. That's fine. You're allowed to think anything you want about it. But you don't go around coughing in people's faces when, if they catch something, whether it be that or something else, could kill them, because cancer, affects your whole system, obviously. It makes it weak, and I'm no expert, but you definitely don't want somebody who has cancer getting even more sick. So, real scumbag move, if you ask me. So her name, Deborah Hunter. She's also ordered to cover the cost of her victim's previous COVID-19 test and pay a $500 fine. All right, well, here she is. Let me show the wonderful woman. Again, everything we talk about here is alleged. There are no hard accusations. We're simply reading the stories and commenting like good old boys and girls. But here's Deborah Hunter, Deborah Jo Hunter, who thinks it's funny to cough on people, I guess. But a Florida woman who admitted that she intentionally coughed on and threatened a mask-wearing shopper during an interaction caught on video that went viral last year has been sentenced to serve time in prison. Deborah Hunter, 53 years old, will serve 30 days in jail, according to the New York Times, which cited court records. She better be happy she didn't give that person something that they could prove. She might be doing a lot more than 30 days. Maybe she's a good person or just may have a lapse in judgment. I don't know, but that's not for me to decide. I'm just reading what the story has to say. A judge in Jacksonville also determined that Hunter must serve 6 months probation and participate in a mental health evaluation along with anger management, according to an email from David Chapman, the communications director for the state attorney's office in Jacksonville, which was obtained by the Associated Press. Credit to them and people. The Fernandina Beach resident was also ordered to cover the cost of her victim's previous COVID-19 test and pay a $500 fine. I don't know what that is, $100 or $200, those tests? What do those go for about? I thought they were free nowadays, but maybe it depends where you go. I got one free about a month ago, maybe, when I was trying to get this job. They had us take that test, and CVS or Walgreens, I think CVS did it for free for me. So if you need ones worth knowing, I can't vouch for all of them, but the one I went to didn't charge me anything. They had me do it myself. You go, ugh. And I've heard that it doesn't go as far up your nose as when they do it, but who knows? Maybe that's not as accurate. But it felt weird. I was like, ugh, for the rest of the day. Hey, calm down. The treats are coming. Hang on a second. Let me get Toby in the resting position. Yeah, calm, buddy. Calm down. Relax, huh? He's sitting up and doing these. He gets impatient. I don't know what he's impatient for, if he wants a treat or it doesn't look like he wants to go down. He would just whine if he did. Get this off your face. Well, where do you get all these things in your face for, on your beard? So Hunter already received credit for the 1 day of jail time she had served last year, the AP reported. Oh, so not her first time in jail. Well, that's a good indication of who we're dealing with, the kind of person. Yesterday, who's this? Heather Sprague post. Yesterday, I learned firsthand the power of conscientious bystanders. It took 30 seconds to end 15 minutes of aggravated harassment. Oh, is this what she posted from her coughing on her? Yeah, okay. This is the post, I guess, of the woman when she got coughed on. Last June, Hunter was involved in the incident at the Jacksonville Pier 1 import store, where she coughed on fellow shopper Heather Sprague, who was recording video of Hunter's altercation with employees at the store. Okay, so this lady was doing the whole, I don't have to wear my mask, fighting with employees. So the woman takes out her phone to show, look what this lady's doing, harassing people. And so the lady, oh, you want to take a picture of me? And coughs on her. To be fair, it's pretty certain, I would guess, that she probably didn't know the woman had cancer. It's not like you would know that about a fellow shopper. So now that I know the story, I'll take that piece back. I'm guessing she didn't know that the woman had cancer. So that takes away a little bit of the awfulness of it, but it's still a slimy thing to do. Slimy, scummy, or scuzzy. One of the above, you pick. Scuzzy. Okay, Toby says scuzzy. Sprague later identified as a brain cancer patient and said she was on a rare public outing during the COVID-19 pandemic because her treatments left her immunocompromised. Like I was saying, it, not just the cancer, but the treatment messes with your immune system. You are compromised. You are no longer can fight things off. So if you catch something like from somebody coughing in your face, you could be in much worse trouble than you typically would be. 3 more minutes left in the lightning round. Otherwise, we'll be back to normal. But it's okay either way. Toby hates when you touch his paws. Look at him jerking. In video of the incident, Hunter becomes aggressive with store employees before she turns towards Sprague with a 2-handed obscene gesture. I think we can figure out what that is. I think I'll get really close to you and cough on you, then Hunter can be heard saying on the video. How's that? Well, here's 30 days in jail. How's that? Hunter previously entered her plea last month after Judge James Ruth told her he was ready to move ahead with jury selection for a trial. Whoa, jury for this? That sounds a little extreme. Am I missing something? A jury for a woman coughing on someone else? I mean, I don't know much about the court system, but do they do jury for pretty much everything? I posted on... you talking about me, watcher? Hang on a second. I was reading, so I wasn't looking. Different channel. I don't see what you guys are saying. My puppy's worse. I don't think she's going to make it. Oh, I'm sorry, Annie. I'm not sure if you guys mean me. Everyone's saying that I'm missing something. I can't see it in the chat. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Why did you demote me? No, I didn't. We're on the second channel, remember? I can make you a... I can wrench you. You want to get wrenched? Hang on one second. I'll wrench you. We're on our other channel, so you just must not be a wrench here. But I've never demoted anyone, I don't think. Not that I can recall. Definitely not my Annie. And let me see if Watcher is too. Make you guys both mods. If you want to be, you don't have to be. But, just give you something to do. It's not like I don't require you guys to do anything. So there's really no... There's no obligations that come with it. It's just if you're watching and you want to do something, you can. Okay, we got Watcher is a wrench. Yep, no Annie. Okay. So let's add moderator for our Annie. Okay, there you go, Annie. It should be instant. I don't know if you have to reload, but it should be right away. You want to get wrenched? I'm a mod. Mine must have been transferred. I think maybe, didn't something happen once and I was like, I'm going to mod you on this channel too. I'm almost sure. Could be wrong. And we have our first donation coming from Watcher, who is actually donating to Toby. And she says to Toby, tell Jay that Annie needs her wrench. Oh, that's probably what you guys were trying to tell me earlier. I get it. Brr. Is that so? Are you sure she wants to get wrenched? Because that sounds a little... It's like something a puppy shouldn't hear. Yes, you are still a puppy. I don't care if you're 75 years old in dog years. You're still always my puppy to me. I'm your father. You'll always be my puppy. Okay. $10 coming in from the lovely Wendy. So we'll do tonight's supporters. I never know quite what to put. Should I put the stream supporters, tonight supporters, daily supporters? Because when we have multiple streams, it gets weird. I'll just put tonight supporters. We have Wendy coming in with a 1-0, the big 1-0. And we're a minute past the lightning round, but you know what? I'm going to count it. And actually, you probably did it in the lightning round. So what am I saying? Just because I'm too slow and dumb to read it doesn't mean Toby gonna suffer, right? Support is bacon's come in the way of a tan furry man sitting next to me. Bacon's coming your way. Hey, Cher. What's up, sweetheart? Those orderos of bacons coming your way, sir, Mr. Toby. Look at him. Total change. Come get it. He's like, come on, man. I know how it goes. Just open the damn thing. Uno, dos. We'll get back to the news in just one moment, guys, but we'd like to give shout outs to our supporters as soon as they come in. Bam. We'll put the second one for him here so that by the time he's done with that, I can be right back. Give me one moment, guys. Look how dirty my shirt is. Yes, I didn't change my shirt before I started. Give me 1 second to do that also. I am back, clean shirt and everything. You know, before we started, I was doing work around the house. I told myself about 10 times, should you change your shirt now? It's not that dirty what you're doing. Nah, I don't want to get anything on the shirt I'm going to wear. I'll remember. I kept pushing it off, and look what just happened. I came on here with a dirty-ass shirt, and that's a big deal for me. You know why? Because I always stand up in front of the camera. I can never sit still. And we have another $10 coming in from Junie. All righty, 2 more treats for the toaster. Oh boy, guys, give me 1 second. One thing just happened off screen. Here's one treat from Miss Junie. Say thank you to Junie and to Wendy. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'll get them on screen and continue with the list. I got one thing, some motioning for me. Give me 1 second. All right, folks, we lost one. So sorry about that. It's actually been a bit of a hectic night, which one of the reasons I did this is so that it wouldn't be hectic. But we're probably going to go for about another 20, 25 minutes. It will be a short one. Not too short. That's still 40, 45 minutes. But since we did one earlier and I have a few things going on, we will do that. Be a little quicker. Okay, next on our newsreel, we have Mr. Crosley Green is freed nearly 3 years after his murder conviction is overturned for a 1990 murder. See, here's what I don't get. I'm happy this man's conviction was overturned. Good for him. If he's innocent, of course, if he really is innocent. But I'm assuming he is, with that being overturned. Why did it take 3 years from the day it's overturned? It's like, hey guys, you know, when it hits like when it's getting close, aren't you like, hey guys, excuse me, this was overturned like 2 years and 10 months ago. You think I can get out of here? Boston accent activate. Think I can get out of here? What's going on over here? You know, aren't you just sitting there like, why am I still in this MFer? It's been 2 years. It's going to be 3. Anyways, I got my freedom back, he says. I wanted to feel the joy of that first hug from my son when he met me outside of the gate, Green said following his release from Calhoun Correctional Facility. A black man who spent more than 2 decades on death row for a 1989 murder that he insists he did not commit has been freed this week, 3 years after his conviction was successfully overturned. Don't ask me why it took 3 years. Maybe somebody can answer in the chat how the court system works. Apparently, I'm clueless. A Florida federal judge on Tuesday approved a motion requesting Crosley Green's immediate release, citing the COVID-19 pandemic, his health problems, and the 2018 reversal of his conviction, according to CBS News, although this is coming from Oxygen. Credit to both of those fine organizations. On Wednesday, Green stepped inside Calhoun Correctional Facility, emerging a free man for the first time in 31 years and 10 months. Whew, that's a long time to do. 31 years and 10 months. So to be clear, in case you're not understanding, he was in jail fully for 31 years and 10 months, but it was 3 years from when he was found not guilty. So who knows? From when it was the conviction was overturned, I mean to say. To put it into words, how I feel now, I'm overwhelmed, Green told reporters at a Thursday press conference, according to Florida Today. I got my freedom back for whatever time I'm going to have it until the court makes their decision. I'm hoping that it's in favor of me. So wait a second. So it's not 100% in the cards? I don't know what's going on with this case. This is a weird one. Well, I hope that he ends up being okay. Video of Green's release and emotional reunion with several family members was shared online by 48 Hours. I wanted to really feel the excitement and the joy of making that first step out of the gate, Green added. I wanted to feel the joy of that first hug from my son. In 1990, Green was convicted by an all-white jury in the murder of 22-year-old Charles Chip Flynn, who was found shot to death in a citrus grove. His attorneys had previously argued there was zero evidence linking Green to the slaying. However, he was eventually sentenced to death. Green has maintained for the duration of his incarceration that he'd been at a social gathering when Flynn was murdered. I'm assuming they found out he was telling the truth. But federal judge Roy Dalton originally overturned Green's conviction in 2018, but the state subsequently appealed the ruling. There's my answer. The case has been stalled in the state's 11th Circuit Court of Appeals for years. Dalton ultimately struck down the state's request to keep Green incarcerated while the appeal is pending. The public has a strong interest in the release of a prisoner whom the court has found to be incarcerated in violation of the Constitution. Florida judge added that Green poses no danger to public safety. So best of luck to him. We wish him the best, assuming he is innocent. I'm going to assume he is, of course, if they are now saying that, but it sounds like it's still up in the air. All right, guys, we're doing the final 15 minutes here. We'll do a final lightning round, as you know. The ending lightning round, I can't think of something cooler to call it, gets Toby triple treats. So for this last 15 minutes, you better hurry up and get Toby a triple treat if you want to get him one. Triple treats for Toby. So what if 2 come in at the same time? I get 6 treats? Good math, buddy. Good math. Wait, what's going on, Annie? Oh, you're just talking about your dog. I bet. I'm so sorry you're going through that, Annie. I have trouble even focusing on things like that because it makes me think of how old Toby is, and it freaks me out. I can't even imagine that happening. I start getting heart palpitations. So I pray that yours is okay too, Annie. Oh boy. Anyway, sorry, I can't think about that, guys. I can't think about it. Other guys like my son, he's like my life. If you would like to donate, that's the link. Making sure I put it in the chat. It's in the description also. And again, lightning round, triple treats for Toby for the last 10 minutes or so as we finish up here. 15 minutes probably. Whew, my Toby. Can't lose him, guys. Can't do it. Can't even imagine it. This is my boy. My boy. And he's all you guys' friend now, too, right? We got to keep him happy and healthy. He's part of this channel now. He is the channel, basically, more so than me. Look at the ear scratch. All right. A House of Prayer cult leader, Anna Young, died soon after sentencing for child deaths. Had contracted COVID-19. So this woman ran a cult, was responsible for kids dying, complete piece of crap. And what ends up happening, she gets COVID, and 2 months after she's sentenced, she dies. If you ask me, she got very much the easy way out. Am I right? She should have stayed in that jail and suffered for a long, long time. That's my opinion. We got one donation coming in from Ronnie, who comes in for a $5 donation to get Toby his triple treats. Triple treats coming in, baby. And then June was 10, I thought so. I didn't know if it was 5 or 10. So 10 from June, 10 from Wendy, and 5 from the lovely Ronnie. Triple treats for the toaster. I'll put the thing up in just a second as we prepare to look into the story of the woman who lucked out by passing away and avoiding pretty much all punishment after getting children killed. Dos. Trace. Oh, did you drop it? Stop dropping it. Assault. Stop dropping it. You drop it, buddy? I don't know. Okay, so let's take a look at this woman, what she's done, what the heck's going on with her. Let me show you a picture. So this is Anna Young. So Anna Young pleaded no contest in February to second-degree murder in the death of Iman Harper. Eamon, E-M-O-N. Oh, what is this stuff in my coffee? The cream? Doesn't say it's bad, but it's just a weird texture. And manslaughter and the death of Katanya Jackson, decades after both children died while living at the Florida-based religious cult House of Prayer. Hey, woman, don't ruin my religion and faith by slapping it on some sick stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Our oldest was 17. I still cry and miss him. Oh, I'm sorry, Don. Oh, I can't even imagine it. It freaks me out. Here she is. Less than 2 months after being sentenced for the deaths of 2 children, former cult leader Anna Young has died in prison. A spokesman for the Florida Department of Corrections confirmed to Oxygen that, which is who this article is credited to, credit to them, that Young died on March 31st while at the Florida Women's Reception Center. So just as she was coming in. Every death is thoroughly investigated by law enforcement and the department's Office of Inspector General to ensure independent oversight and absolute accountability at all levels. Nobody did anything wrong, but she wasn't really held accountable. This girl got so lucky. I want to see someone like this go for 40 years of their life in jail. Not a quick death. Sorry. You want to hurt kids? You don't get off easy in my book. Every death is thoroughly investigated by law enforcement and the department's Office of Inspector General to ensure independent oversight and absolute accountability at all levels. While the spokesperson said an official cause of death still being determined, Alachua County Sheriff's deputies told local station that Young, 79, likely died of COVID-19. She pled no contest at the end of February. I don't really care about how she died. I want to see what she did to these poor kids. She got COVID, we get that. He was starved and beaten to death, Iman Harper, while living at the McCompany-based cult House of Prayer in the 80s. So she starved and beat a child to death. She also pled no contest in the death of Katanya Jackson, who was a toddler who died in 83. So around the same time, after authorities said Young denied her life-saving seizure medication. Really? Poor kid was having a seizure. And watch this as I see why you say it's so time-consuming setting up the interviews. Watcher, you don't even know. It is extremely time consuming. Do you know what's actually the most time consuming though? I stopped doing it for a little bit. I belong to 200 groups, true crime groups, and I would post every interview in every group for like 8 months. It would take me 2 hours to post it in all these groups because you have to wait little waiting periods. They don't let you do only so many at a time. It would take me 2 hours to do. And as soon as I was done posting them in all the groups, I'd have to respond to the people who commented on them. I used to spend 6 to 8 hours a day just posting links on Facebook and responding to 6 to 8 hours a day. That didn't include any of the regular work. That was just the advertising portion of it. 6 to 8 hours. It's over 200 that I have. I just estimate 200. But it literally was like, I think the least time I ever spent was like 4 hours doing that. It was 6 to 8 a day. And then I'd spend another 6 to 8 on the stuff that you're seeing now. Finding the families, researching the cases. Just, Annie, we're praying for you. So sorry for your little baby there. Annie comes in with a donation and says, thank you all, my dear Tobster family. You all mean so much to me. And she gives us 7 hearts. My favorite number is 7. Annie, you mean so much to us too, and I'm so sorry that you're going through what you are. Thank you so much for supporting the show. June was 10 in, the watcher was 10. Oh, geez, I can't get the amounts down. Give me 1 second. Ronnie was 5. Okay, I thought it was 10. Okay, Ronnie for 5. Ronnie for 5. I gotta copy and paste this. And Annie for 10. All right, guys. Thank you so much to our lovely, lovely people here supporting the show. Toby gets triple bacons. We're in the final 7-8 minutes here. Any donations get Toby triple bacons for the lightning round. We're just about finishing up. One for you. Everyone, please say a prayer for Annie's dog. If you're not a prayer person, then just wish the puppy well, or whatever fits your style. Let's say fits your style, baby. And number 3 from Annie. Say thank you, Annie. Thank you so much, Annie. You are the best. I love you. Signed, Toby. Signed, Toby. Hey, don't pull your arm away from me, tough guy. Okay, guys. Let's take a look at this last story here. Okay. On my face, I keep going like this. Feels like tight. I'm going to stretch it out like. All right, guys, last 6-7 minutes. Anyone else going to get Toby a triple treat? We're going to finish up one more. One final treat for the toaster, or is he done treating up? Our last story while we wait to see. Okay, so this one. It's called Cocaine, a Submarine in Cash. A CEO, a Michigan-based CEO of a telecommunications company, killed in a plane crash, and they found out he was bankrolling a drug empire and working on a submarine that could transport drugs from here, I don't know where here is, somewhere around here, somewhere in the US, to Europe. On the surface, Marty Tibbetts led a charmed life. Geez, that sounds more like a Bill Gates kind of guy with glasses, like, hey, everybody, pushing up his glasses. Marty Tibbetts. This sure doesn't sound like a drug kingpin, but I guess you never know. The CEO of a Michigan-based telecommunications company, he lived in a historic waterfront mansion with his high school sweetheart and co-founded the now shuttered World Heritage Ear Museum. Family and friends remembered his big smile and fun demeanor after he was killed in a plane crash in July of 2018. But behind the scenes, prosecutors alleged Tibbetts was quietly designing an underwater drone meant to shuttle large amounts of cocaine to Europe as part of a massive drug trafficking organization they say he was financing. A freshly unsealed federal indictment, first reported by the Detroit News, details a 6-year investigation into the trafficking ring, whose reach ensnared more than a dozen countries, including the United States, Colombia, Ecuador, and Mexico. Wow, this guy was big time, guys. The complaint brings criminal charges against an alleged drug baron arrested in North Carolina, and portrays Tibbetts, who's 50 years old, as a high-level co-conspirator. Court records do not name Tibbetts, but identify the co-conspirator as Marty. Oh, so yeah, okay, so his name is Marty Tibbetts. It doesn't say necessarily it's him, but they know it is because he's the CEO, and it said Marty. I get it. We're following it. That's not a treat, just my hand. Calm down. You see him? I go, we're following it, and he's like, calm down, Toby. Tibbetts' wife, Belinda Tibbetts, could not be reached Friday at phone numbers publicly listed for her. Her attorneys, in an insurance-related lawsuit involving her late husband's estate, did not respond to an email. Excuse me. The probe leading to Tibbetts, who ran Clementine Live answering service, began in January 2015 when Drug Enforcement Administration agents set their sights on the trafficking ring allegedly led by Illy, Y-L-L-I, Illy Didani, D-I-D-A-N-I. U.S. Customs and Border Protection intercepted Didani 6 months later when he arrived at Chicago O'Hare International Airport from Albania, according to the complaint unsealed Thursday. Didani told CPB that he was visiting family and friends in the United States and planned to return to Albania in about a month to keep running his coal business. CBP agents searched his iPhone and found photos of him with stacks of rubber-banded U.S. currency. What is this guy, 15? Taking stacks of money on Instagram? Come on, buddy, grow up. You're a big drug kingpin here. What appeared to be an assault rifle and a semi-automatic handgun, the complaint says. Yeesh. Oh, really, Cher? Well, don't worry about it. No one has to feel pressure to. It's just, it helps, and something that I try to make it as fun as I can. So that's why we do it, and it's, not just because it's fun, of course, doing it because it's keeping us afloat. But don't feel obligated to if you can't. If something goes wrong, there's no obligation. The next time Didani flew to Chicago, this time from Rome, in August of 2016, he was allegedly found to be carrying 7 vials of human growth hormone, which is mostly illegal in the United States. His phone allegedly showed more photos of bundled bills, 2 of whose geotag data showed they were taken at an apartment in Macomb County, Michigan, that was being rented by a co-conspirator. Remember, Marty is from Michigan. In messages exchanged on the Viber app, I've never heard of Viber, have you? V-I-B-E-R. Prosecutors say Didani and the co-conspirator who used the username Dan, how cute, talked about selling bulk cocaine, illegally moving money, creating fraudulent passports, and receiving packages via FedEx. Get with Marty, ASAP. Didani allegedly messaged Dan in 2016, July, apparently referencing Tibbetts. Didani followed up with screenshots of a conversation. Wait, I thought Tibbetts was Marty. Wait a minute. It's Marty Tibbetts. He's not Dan. Oh, get with Marty. Oh my God, that's getting late. Sorry, guys. Didani followed up with screenshots of a conversation about finding someone to help discreetly move 100 million euros from a Dutch bank location or douche bank location in Frankfurt, Germany to Dubai, the complaint says. Duce, how do you say that? D-E-U-T-S-C-H-E. Duce? I said Dutch, that's not right. Douche sounds wrong for all kinds of reasons, so I guess it's douche? Duce? I don't know. Laugh at me, girls. Another guy has no idea how to say words like that. All right, guys. So, well, if he's guilty, he's already passed, so may his soul rest in peace. But, maybe they'll end up just taking the money from his family or something, because if that money was gained by illegal means, I don't know if they can take it from the family now. I'm assuming they can. I guess we shall find out. But thank you so much for joining us tonight, guys. We're going to finish up there. Yeah, exactly, Marissa. That's what it sounded like I was saying, but too many extra letters in there. It wasn't that one. It wasn't that D word. Just rhymes with it and sounds just like it. All right, guys. Whatever the bank's called. All right, we love you. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to finish up there. We will see you tomorrow morning on this channel at 11:30. That is our daily time, guys, 11:30. Trying to establish a set time in the morning so that everyone, if you miss the show, you miss it. But I don't want people missing it because they didn't get notification. So if you're not getting notification, it's still going to be there at 11:30. That's our everyday. We'll take a day off here and there, but every day, 11:30 is our time on this second channel. All right, we had 16, 17 people here. That's more than the usual. So we're building it. We're getting this dang thing up there, this second channel. All right, I love you guys, and we'll have some, I got to call some people. I got to message some people, and we will have some interviews coming very soon, some good ones. Sorry for last night. You guys know my internet crapped out on us. So, but all right, guys, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. Take care. Bye from Jason and Toby, Nightly News. Bye, everybody. Bye. Take care.